The fog rolls off the Pacific Ocean. It bleeds into the cracked pavement of downtown Los Angeles. Standing tall amidst the decaying architecture is a structure that has consumed more souls than it has ever sheltered. This is the true story of a place where nightmares breathe. Every scream that echoed in these halls was real. Every life lost here is a documented historical fact. This nightmare was 100% real. Los Angeles in the 1920s was a city of dreams. It was a beacon for the hopeful. But for those who walked through the heavy brass doors of this particular hotel, the dream fractured into a living nightmare. Built in 1924, it was meant to be a luxury destination. It became a vertical graveyard. The Great Depression struck the city. The opulent halls turned into a haven for the desperate. The first recorded tragedy occurred in 1931. A man named W.K. Norton checked into his room. He never checked out. He consumed a lethal handful of poison capsules, leaving behind a legacy of despair that would stain the building forever. The darkness had claimed its first victim, but it would not be the last. The 1930s brought more despair. The 1940s brought unimaginable horror. A young woman named Dorothy Purcell awoke in the middle of the night. She was disoriented. She was terrified. She gave birth in the cold, cramped bathroom of her room, completely unaware that she had even been pregnant. In a state of utter delirium, she committed an act so horrific it stained the very soul of the building. She threw her newborn out the window, letting the infant fall to the unforgiving concrete below. The cold concrete offered no mercy. The madness of the hotel had seeped into her mind. The violence did not stop. It only escalated. In 1964, the darkness claimed another innocent life. Her name was Goldie Osgood. She was a gentle soul. She was known to everyone as the woman who fed the pigeons in the nearby park. She was found dead in her ransacked room. She had been brutally assaulted and strangled with a hand towel, a horrifying crime that remains unsolved to this very day. The killer vanished into the labyrinth of the hotel. The police found nothing. The shadows swallowed the truth. In the 1980s, the darkness took on a human form. Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. He walked these very halls. He rode these exact elevators. After terrorizing the citizens of Los Angeles, slipping through unlocked windows and leaving scenes of unimaginable slaughter, he would return to this towering monument of dread. He would strip off his blood-soaked clothes in the alleyway. He would walk half naked down the blood-red hallways covered in the evidence of his atrocities, entirely unbothered by the shadows. The hotel did not judge him. The hotel welcomed him. It was a perfect sanctuary for pure evil. A decade later, another monster arrived. Jack Unterweger, an Austrian journalist, a ruthless serial killer. He chose this place deliberately. He wanted to walk in the exact footsteps of the Night Stalker. He murdered 3 women during his stay, using the hotel's heavy, oppressive atmosphere as a shield for his twisted crimes. The walls soaked up the screams of the innocent. The agonizing silence remained unbroken. The sheer concentration of malevolence in one building defies all logical explanation. But the most chilling disappearance happened in recent years. The year was 2013. A young student named Elisa Lamb checked in. She was looking for an adventure. She found a nightmare. Surveillance footage showed her stepping into the elevator. She was pressing all the buttons. She was frantically hiding from someone. Or perhaps she was hiding from something unseen. She was recorded speaking to an invisible entity in the empty hallway, her movements unnaturally contorted and her terror completely palpable. Then, she vanished without a trace. For weeks, the hotel guests complained. The water pressure was low. The water tasted foul. The water ran black from the faucets. When maintenance workers finally climbed to the rooftop to check the massive water tanks, they made a discovery that shook the entire world. Her lifeless body had been decomposing in the drinking water supply for 19 excruciating days. The heavy metal hatch had been closed from the outside. The mystery of how she got inside remains entirely unsolved. The air in those hallways is still freezing cold. The shadows still move when you're not looking. Some say the building is a cursed portal. Some say it is a magnet for the damned. It stands today as a decaying, hollow monument to human suffering. The spirits of the countless victims are trapped in a loop of eternal terror, forever wandering the rotting corridors. The heavy brass doors are closed, but the nightmare is far from over. You can visit, you can walk the halls, but you can never be sure you will leave.